Pepe coin holders? We got a video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Pepe. Is the bottom in? Are we going to the moon? Or are we going to break further down? We're going to be talking about that. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. Let's hop this video. All right, guys. So we're starting off here looking at the Pepe on the weekly time frame. Okay, guys. When you look at this, we are floating on the edge of a cliff. We're sitting on the level of 5064381, and I'm going to be honest, we're kind of pinned between. Well, we're treating the bullish trend line as resistance and not support, which we really want to be flipping this as support. And we got like a little bit of a shooting star candle here. I do think that we're probably looking at breaking down below this level. And if we break down below the level of 5064381, that opens up a world of us coming down and testing this yellow line, which is kind of my line in the sand, if you will, at about 5044947. And the reason why I say that is if we break below this yellow line, there's not really many other levels that will hold up until we get much further down to about 501919, which is quite significant. That is a significant drawdown. Let me just measure that for you. If we were to break down to that, you're talking about a 62% drawdown after already a drawdown of 77%. Okay, so it is a big move. You know, a lot of people get confused, especially when they're buying these meme coins and they haven't been in the crypto market for a long time. Just because your coin is down 80% does not mean that it can only go down 20 more percent. It can go down another 99%. It could go down another 99.9%. It could go to zero, guys. And you have to realize that it's not, it takes, if something draws down 50%, it takes more than a 50% gain to get you back to where you were. So I just want to put that out there because, yes, this can get a little bit uglier. And you know, we saw earlier this week, we saw a big bounce, a 90-day pause on the tariffs on all the other countries, excluding China. We got some relief. But, guys, risk on assets are still uncertain. We need to see the Fed pivot. We need to see quantitative tightening go away. We need to see quantitative easing. We need to see rate cuts to see a more favorable environment for risk on assets, guys. And Pepe is all the way up here when it comes to a risk on asset, okay? So keep that in mind. I do think that there's more volatility to come. I think we're in a very, very unpredictable market right now. It's a very, very difficult to predict. You know, I see some people say, Blacksea, you can never predict the market. That's why trading is so difficult. Well, to be honest with you guys, there are different times where predicting the market is a lot easier than other times. And right now is a very narrative-driven market, so it's quite difficult to predict the news. You can, unless you're in the Telegram group chat with all of the government officials that are negotiating these tariffs, okay? So if you're in that, let me know. Message me on Twitter at 333Blacksea. Get me in there because that's really the only place that you can really know what's going to be happening here. But, guys, there will be volatility. The volatility will continue. If you want to take advantage of that, you want to do some high leverage, short-term time frame trading, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign-on bonus to Blowfin. All you got to do is click that link, deposit, trade a little bit, you get a bunch of free money. Guys, take advantage of these sign-on bonuses because this volatility will shift, and when this kangaroo-esque market subsides, it will be a lot easier to make this money leverage trading. Right now, I would say that leverage trading is not for the faint of heart right now, specifically in these types of market conditions. This is not like a open a trade and go to sleep. It's a open the trade, monitor the trade, close the trade. That's the type of trading I'm doing right now. So Pepe sitting at rank 31, got a little bit up about 1.13% the past 7 days, still down about 5% in the past 24 hours, sitting at beneath a $3 billion market cap, guys. You know, really not that much is happening here for Pepe to the downside. Like, we're kind of just chopping around, but we are flirting with that cliff, like I said. If we don't see the traditional market catch a bid, we don't see Bitcoin continue to make a move to the upside, expect a further drawdown on Pepe. But looking at Bitcoin, we're below 80,000. Ethereum below 1,600. We wicked down below, I believe, $1,400 for a little bit there. It was pretty wild. But, guys, it really comes down to where Bitcoin's at. And Bitcoin, and really where the S&P 500, the traditional market's at. And I do want to emphasize here, I know I don't want to be a big bear, but guys, I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. And you see Pepe made a bounce and Bitcoin made a bounce, but we're still not making a higher low. This is a lower high right now. Until if we get like some daily closures above like 84,000, I'll say, okay, that's the first step. That is the first step at making a reversal, okay? A bullish reversal. But right now, guys, 84,000, we got to close above that. Otherwise, this is just a lower high, and I expect further drawdown and probably a break of 73,000, which I know, guys, we don't want to see a break of 73K. If we see a break below 73K, it's somewhat of a recessionary period across the entire board. And I think that we're probably going to be trading below it for a little bit, unless it's a quick wick. We could get a quick wick, but if we start to see closures below it, you start to see the weekly time frame bleed below that as well. Like the weekly time frame is quite bearish when you see this. Like this is not going to reverse in a snap of a finger. It's going to take a little bit. You see on Market Cipher on the weekly time frame, the momentum wave, it's still in the light blue. We haven't started to curve yet. It's got a little bit more pain, I think. It's got a little bit more pain. We just really want to stay above the $73,000 price level on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame for us to be out of the woods, if you will. Okay. I do want to say, guys, I'm doing a little bit of a giveaway on Crypto Twitter. Follow me at 333 Black Sea. I'm doing follow me on Twitter and follow me on Snapchat. I'm going to start doing some more snaps. I think it's going to be fun to have a little bit more back and forth with you guys. Going to give probably 3 people $100. I was doing a $300 giveaway, but I'm going to announce it on Snapchat. So follow me at blacksea.333 right there. You can follow me on Twitter as well and find it. But that's all I got, guys. Let me know in the comments section below what you think. Do you think that we're going to be bottoming out here, or is this just a lower high and we're getting ready for a further spillover? I know it's not fun when you see these moves, but guys, it's just we're at the whims of these tariffs. We're at the whims of the traditional market. You can't really do much about it unless you're going to be hedging short and profiting from leverage trading, which has been pretty profitable for me now, but I'm starting to lean back a little bit because we're getting to the point in time where I think we're going to see some kangarooing happening, where one day the S&P 500 is up 10%, the next day it's down 10%, the next day it's up 7%. It's kind of what we saw the past 3 days, which has been absolutely mind-boggling. But guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.